Hello again. Today we have two more stories from Surviving Infidelity. The first one deals with a woman's husband who is telling another woman that he's unhappy, is moving out, and getting divorced. Unfortunately, he's neglected to let his wife in on any of this. The second one deals with a woman who is upset at her man's affair partner because she keeps saying things about him on social media. Spelling and grammar errors, courtesy of Reddit. Lol. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This story is titled, Husband was sending messages to a woman saying that we're separated and getting divorced. We're not and we were happy. I'm crushed. I've been married for 7 years and we have a 3-year-old together. Something has been really off about my husband over the past few months. I chalked it up to work stress and quarantine stress. He's also been hiding his phone more, not outright, but he's been more attached to it. To be honest, I suspected something, but then I think I'm just being paranoid and don't act on snooping or anything like that. He's never done anything like that in the past. Last month he tells me how he wants to spice things up in bed and it's been kind of boring. I was hurt at first, but I agree, with a kid that sleeps like shite. It's hard to get quality sex in, although I've always made it a priority in our relationship and make time for it 1 to 3 times per week, so far from a dead bedroom. I listen, step it up and become more present during sex. I was happy he told me and was open and honest. Other than this, everything has been pretty normal. We're even talking about trying for a second in a couple months, and the reason I didn't just take a higher paying job because the company I am with gives 6 months maternity leave, unheard of at most places in the US. Not to mention we just moved to his hometown to be closer to family, which I was on board, but we moved in February 2020, so right before the pandemic. So, it's been a little lonely and hard to make friends. Fast forward to last night. He stayed up and played some video games, but I wasn't feeling well and went to bed. He comes in and goes to sleep. At 3 a.m. his phone is going off message after message after message. It wakes me, and he works in a career that he can be called in at all hours. So, I go to look, and it's Instagram messages from a woman. I look, and I just had a gut feeling, a feeling I've had for a few months, that something wasn't right. I read him and it's him telling her how beautiful and hot she is and how her ex-husband is a dumb ass for leaving, listening to her custody battle, divorce stories. He goes on to tell her that we are on the brink of divorce and he has moved out of the house. None of this is true. We haven't had any large fights either. These messages are over a couple months. He messaged her tonight that he's filing for divorce and we're basically not together, then goes on about how guys probably message her all the time because she's beautiful. Playing the scorned husband whose wife doesn't like him. Pictures were exchanged, not sexual, but of flirty nature. I've never read or snooped his messages. So, who knows what else has been done. Turns out it's a recently divorced single mom that he went to high school with. I am crushed. I thought we were partners in life, soulmates, best friends. We have a beautiful boy. I confronted him and left and went to a hotel room. He admits to everything. I am alone in a state where I know no one, and because of our son's school and my work I cannot simply leave. I don't know what to do. My entire world got wrecked. I feel so useless. I try so hard to be a good wife. I do a lot of the domestic duties and child care even though we both work. I work out and stay in shape. I'm well groomed and fun to be around. His friends are always telling him how cool and personable I am. I let him have boys' weekends when other wives don't. I don't nag, and he has freedom to do activities that bring him joy. My heart hurts. I am back in the house and he is staying at his dad's. I want a divorce, and I know nothing about how to get one and what I need to do. I don't want the house, honestly. I won't tell him that. From what I searched online, I need to be separated 6 months to file. Comment 1. That's horrible. I feel so bad for you. From this point on, make sure you take care of yourself and your son as your first priorities. This is not the end of the world, even though it seems like it at first. I'm sure some people at your work can help you find a good lawyer, and since you do work, the transition to moving into your own home will be much smoother. If you don't plan on staying in the house, have your lawyer force the sale of the current home so you can get some equity and rid yourself of the mortgage. If you don't plan on staying in that area, find some temporary housing and look for a job where you want to live. Once you have that secured, move away and never look back. Hang in there. You're about to embark on a hard journey where you free yourself from a cheater, but you will get through it and be much better off for it. A few tears never hurt anyone and are actually therapeutic, so don't forget to cry. Wishing you all the best. Smiley face. Comment 2. I'm so sorry this happened to you. It's gut-wrenching and awful. I know you're still reeling and off balance, but, as others have suggested, you need to talk to a lawyer today. No matter if you divorce or reconcile, you need to protect yourself. What your husband did is despicable and disturbing. I don't know how a relationship survives that, because either he means what he said and is planning on divorcing you, or he's some sort of thoughtless, self-absorbed sociopath who's lying to a vulnerable, recently divorced single mom. No matter which, he has severe character defects, and it's hard to picture a future with someone like that. Edit to add. You should absolutely let the other woman know he's been lying to her about your situation so she can also see his true character. Comment 3. I've learned through a similar experience that even if you are an exceptional partner and drop dead gorgeous, people still cheat for the thrill. And it's oh so disappointing because we feel we will never be enough. But in the end, people who cheat are just selfish. You're not the issue, girl. He is. Time to find your way out and be gentle with yourself. Smiley face. Comment 4. Sorry you're here. It sounds like you poured your heart and soul into this relationship. Perhaps an unequal amount of effort on your part. You did not deserve this. You did nothing to cause it. You hold zero blame in your husband's selfish and hurtful decisions. You deserved love, loyalty, and respect. Instead, he made decisions that not only served only him and his ego but were harmful to your emotional and mental well-being. If you've made up your mind on divorce, and even if you haven't, I'd schedule a consult with a lawyer. Find out what divorce cost in your state. Is your state an at-fault state? I hope so. And can you file a civil suit for alienation of affection? What does asset-debt division look like? Is spousal support on the table? Child support and parenting time? I'd encourage you to reach out to whatever support system you do have. Tell them whatever you need to, lean on them. Friends, family, clergy, if you find solace in faith, even the folks in the subreddit to an extent. Consider a therapist if you have the means. Let someone experienced with these complex and painful emotions help guide you through them to solid ground. It might also be worthwhile to consider a pediatric therapist for the little one. He's too small to understand what is going on and why dad isn't around anymore. You will be okay. We're here if you need or want to vent or ask for advice. We've all been where you are and are all at different points in our journey to recovery. Stay strong. Comment 5. Stories like this make me so angry. You're making a conscious effort to be the best you can be in the middle of a pandemic, with a small child in a new town, and this is how he repays you. Your story is so similar to mine, honestly. I'm furious on your behalf. Gather your family and friends around you and tell them exactly what you've told us. Delegate jobs to them to help you find a lawyer and to read up on your rights or use the legal subreddits on here. Take care of yourself and don't let anyone tell you this is your fault. You know it's not. He's making a massive mistake and won't even fully realize that until you're out of his life for good. I know this seems like the end of the world right now, but it will be easier for you to get your life back on track now than 10 years down the line. I wonder if this other woman is even that into him or whether she just liked the illicit flirting. This story is titled, Just Generally Annoyed by a Fair Partner. Hi guys, I am reconciling in my long-term long-distance relationship right now with my boyfriend. He emotionally cheated on me with a mutual friend. We have talked things over, and he has completely wiped a fair partner out of our lives, and things have been great with us since. I am still recovering from things individually, however. I have a terrible habit of looking at a fair partner's Twitter page, and seeing somewhat cryptic messages like, miss my fave, or, sad you were my fave. It's all love, and a big part of me feels like this is addressing my boyfriend. I know I shouldn't be looking at any of her social media pages, and I know I sound paranoid as hell, but it just grinds my gears seeing stuff like that. It's like, you're so sad about losing my boyfriend as your friend, emotional lover, and you're acting like the hurt one here, when you knew full and well about our relationship and pretty much pursued him behind my back. All while I'm miles away trying to salvage my relationship with him. It's bad enough I compare myself to her a lot, her looks, her sense of humor, how much she and my boyfriend used to talk and hang out alone, etc. Don't get me wrong, my boyfriend is the number one person at fault here for his actions, and for emotionally cheating on me. And I will always hold him accountable, as he wants me to. But I don't know. She just annoys me so much. She deliberately went through all my Instagram pictures she liked and commented on, and unliked and deleted all the comments she made on them. But not on my boyfriend's account. And I know I'm thinking about the wrong things and being childish. But to be honest, I don't think she ever cared about how much she was hurting me. I actually had love for her and cared about her a lot. I know she was going through so much, and even though my initial gut feeling told me that they needed to stop talking, I let them remain friends because I thought it was a legitimate friendship. And I didn't want to upset her or my boyfriend. I gave them the benefit of the doubt, and they stabbed me in the back as a result. I just want to get over this. And I don't want to hate her, because I would never want to bring myself to hate anyone at all. It's just crazy because she herself has been cheated on by an ex in the past. So, the fact that she participated in this, knowing she was hurting me, and lying to me saying she would stop talking to him, makes this all the more annoying. I don't know. I just want peace. Comment 1. I'm in a somewhat similar situation, but the affair partner is long distance and my wife and I live together. She had gone NC with him, but I have had a problem with looking at his TikTok and seeing his videos with songs about someone walking away and leaving him, blah blah. This is known as pain shopping, by the way. I know I need to stop looking, and so should you, op. It isn't worth it. Comment 2. Please don't waste valuable emotional energy on the affair partner. Focus that energy instead on yourself and your relationship. On the things that increase your happiness, not decrease it. For what it's worth, people like the affair partner rarely have the emotional maturity for successful long-term relationships. I'm assuming she knew your boyfriend was in a relationship. If so, she didn't value herself enough to not get involved with a potential philanderer. Regardless of the picture she may try to paint on social media, she's probably a very lonely and unhappy person. That story doesn't have a happy ending, no need to follow her social media to confirm it. Just get on with your life and focus on your long-term goals and happiness. Comment 3. The cheater has shown you that there is total disrespect. Let them get together and cut him out of your life. Why take him back? Thank you so very much for listening. Please check out my other videos and like and subscribe.